it's just so important to keep going. And like, I think this is another thing that has been really, really resonating with me recently is that everything is a season. Everything is going to happen in its season. You know what I mean? And
life comes in waves.
Exactly.
Life comes in waves for real.
Exactly. And it goes back to like general, like human nature, humanity, but also like nature. Like you look at the fruits and the you know, the flowers, they bloom and they ripen in their season. And so
that's a beautiful analogy.
Anytime I think about it, it's like, if there's a tough time, I know that it's going to end. And if there's a great time, I know I have to cherish it because it's not going to last forever. So that's also another thing that's been really keeping me going recently because life is hard, but it's also beautiful. Yeah. And, you know, it's just about the outlook and the way you look at it. And yeah.
Positivity is a choice.
It is.
It's quite literally a choice, you know what I mean?
It really is. It really, really is.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to episode 21 of Vino Conversations. And today I'm joined by...
Elle.
Come on, we got singer, songwriter, model. Anything else we should know about?
Dancer
too.
I'll leave it there.
Okay, I love it. So as always, we start with a cheers, unless it's water, because cheersing water is bad luck. It is. Don't cheers water. But today we have some Prosecco, because of course it is Vino Conversations. So cheers. Appreciate you coming through.
Of course.
And we'll give it a little tasting, so you got to tell me what notes you feel. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
It's really good.
Not too dry. Not too sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
That's really all. The fruit wise, maybe a little bit of a tiny bit of green apple. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Yeah, not too dry, not too sweet.
A little bit of citrus in there.
Definitely citrusy because it's tangy.
See, tangy, that's a good word. It's not overly bubbly because some bubbly, like, it's just too carbonate. You know what I'm saying?
Especially for a podcast.
You feel me? Absolutely. You be burping like crazy. Absolutely. This is mad good, though. Yeah. And honestly, if you don't know how to describe wine, that's why I jokingly just said it's good. As long as you just know whether you like it or not, that's what matters the most.
I love it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And everything, I mostly just be making it up, too. I'm no expert, honestly.
Because the thing is, my dad is like a wine connoisseur. So if
really?
I need to get
him on the pod.
He'd be like, that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, you gotta have to learn from him. But appreciate you coming on.
Of course.
Glad we made this happen. And literally just met you last week at my DC debut for Vino Friday. So appreciate you pulling up and made it happen within a week. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, time's flying though because it doesn't feel like it's been a week.
It does not.
It feels like it's been a month ago.
Honestly, so much has happened in that past.
Yeah.
And you had another event too.
Yeah, Philly. Just had Philly on Friday.
How was it?
It was great. You know, sold out again, back to back sold out. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it's going really well. It's been dope to expand it outside of New York. Also done LA before. But Philly and DC being so accessible by Amtrak. We were talking about Amtrak earlier. I'm going to be running it back. I'm definitely going to be back in DC as well. So yeah, very excited for it. Appreciate it for sure. Hope you had a good time.
I did have a good time. Oh my God. I saw it and I was like, even before Aaron sent it to me.
Yeah, you saw it.
I saw it.
Okay.
People were sending it around. Really? And I was telling people about it.
Really? How'd you see it? Shanklin?
No, I don't remember. I think it was just your Instagram.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, bet. I'm just curious how people see it and like what's making it go around.
It was definitely Instagram.
Cool.
And then I was sending it to my friends to come and they were like, oh yeah, somebody sent this to me already.
Okay.
So.
DC is all in Chocolate City. I love it. For sure.
Sure.
Absolutely. But once again, thank you for coming on the pod. Glad we can make this happen. And just to start it off, I want you to talk a little bit about where you're from and kind of what was the music background and the way that you grew up.
Oh gosh. Okay. Where do I start? So I am originally from Kingston, Jamaica, born and raised.
I'm 1/8 Jamaican for those who don't know.
Are you?
Shout out my great grandfather from Kingston too. 1/8.
You're one of those.
It counts, bro. It counts. It don't count.
Have you ever been there?
I have. I went to.
Okay, I was really about to pounce when I said.
And I went with a Jamaican. He's the one who put the trip together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a little.
I guess that counts.
1/8, baby. Right, you know what I'm saying?
All right, fine. But yeah, I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica, born and raised. And I mean, I like to say I've been singing my whole life. But obviously, I think the real work started when it was 2020. I had just graduated high school and it was right before, like it was right around when COVID really hit. And I was deciding whether or not I was going to go to college immediately or take a gap year.
Yeah.
And both of my parents are kind of in creative fields. So I had a lot of support from them when it came to wanting to do music. Like since I was super young, I've been dancing since I was 3.
Wow.
I used to play guitar. I've been singing at different like performances and in my backyard and all that stuff.
Wow.
So it was always something that I was doing, but I didn't realize that I really wanted to take it seriously until 2020. I was deciding, and when COVID hit, I was like, well, it makes sense. I just do it, right? Like, yeah. And then I started by posting covers on YouTube.
Okay, a lot of people be doing that. It's a nice way to get into it.
And it really was like, it was just kind of a way to. Everybody was like, you just need to get your voice out there. You just need to get your voice out there. So my thing was getting my voice out there, finding ways to do that, and I started that way, and then I went to college in 2021, and the singing thing kind of fell off a little bit, but I always knew that I wanted to do it. Like, even though I was, I guess, I was always a dancer. Like, dancing was always my thing, and whenever I was on stage, I was almost always dancing.
Okay.
But singing always just came really naturally to me, but I was kind of nervous to do it. And actually backtrack, I guess, to high school. I went to high school in Thailand for 2 years.
Oh, how was that? That's quite a because like Jamaica to Thailand is a big difference. You just name drop Thailand, like
and it's my like fun party trick. You know?
That's a good story. We heard a good story before the pod too. We'll talk about that later.
We can't get into that though.
We'll talk about that one later. That's for Patreon.
Thailand was amazing because I mean, you can imagine it's similar to Jamaica in terms of like weather and stuff like that. Humidity. But sunshine.
I feel like that right now in New York.
I can't even get into it, but sunshine, tropical island vibes. Like I was in Phuket, so I was like on a tourist island. And I was there for 2 years, and it was absolutely amazing. But it was one of those things where I was in a place where nobody knew who I was. And after being in Jamaica, I mean, I loved growing up in Jamaica, obviously, but like, it's so saturated when it comes to music. And it felt like there was a lot of pressure when it came to anything to do with music, singing, performing, anything. And so I just decided when I went to Thailand, I was like, nobody knows me. Nobody knows what I'm doing. Let me just try and get some experience and just see how I feel. And so, I'd literally decided like first orientation week, I was like, okay, let me go sing. I went on stage and I would sing every chance I got.
Wow.
And then I got a scholarship for voice lessons. And so I was doing, like, I did that for the entire rest of the time that I was there. And my teachers kept saying like, oh my gosh, Leah, like you have so much passion when you sing. Other people's music even, like, I can't wait for you to write your own. And I always wanted to write my own music, but it wasn't really connecting for me. Their songwriting,
it's different than the performing. It's a whole different, actually, it's so different.
Songwriting is so hard, let me tell you.
It's crazy. There's I was gonna say Netflix just dropped a reality TV show about Oh no, not that one. It's actually it's called Hitmakers. And it's with a bunch of different songwriters, people who have written for like Beyonce, Chris Brown, John Legend, etc. And they show them like in a writing camp making music for these different artists. And I'm just so impressed with one, songwriting is incredibly difficult, but the speed at which they do it, I'm like, yo, how y'all made a hit in 6 hours?
Crazy. Not even 6 hours. I remember I watched a video one day of Taylor Swift being like, I did it in 15 minutes. I said,
different, yo.
This is why you have a catalog of like 6,000 songs.
Right? It's insane.
But I always wanted to make my own music. This is like, you know, when somebody says long story short, I'm saying the longest story.
Well, you want a pod for the long story, so
and once I was in school, I was dancing a lot, and it kept coming back to me. It always came back to me that I wanted to sing. And then I got a bit of an opportunity to do that and to kind of get more into songwriting by doing a remake of a video. So I went to Middlebury College. It's in Vermont.
This is college.
University, And there was a video, it's called the Mid Kid Song, and there was a like song and video that was created in like 2013, maybe 2012 or something, like a long time ago. And it was just like this really corny cliche song with let me not even.
Oh, you're gonna sing it?
No.
Okay.
If you want to find it, you'll see exactly what I mean. You can look it up on YouTube. But we decided to make a remake of it and to actually like show how much, you know, the place and space has grown. It's a predominantly white institution, so it's one of those spaces that, you know, thankfully now there's been a lot more growth in terms of diversity, international students, all of that. And we remade it all 3 black like performers, I guess you could say, almost all colored cast and creative team. And that was we just completely like rewrote the song, remade the beats, everything. And that was the first time that I'd actually been on a project where I could say I helped write anything. And that kind of kickstarted things for me. And then I moved to London to study abroad.
Sheesh. How long were you in London for?
I was in London for like 7 months.
Okay, fire. I studied abroad in Madrid, Spain for about 3.5, 4 months.
How was it?
It was amazing. It was incredible. And I'm actually half Spanish too. So it was dope for me to have the opportunity to, you know, coordinate with them.
You really went through all of you want to check all the boxes?
Listen, we out here. I'm a little Native American too, but we don't have to get into that. I'm so dead ass, but it's like,
I love it.
Listen, it is what it is.
I love it. I mean, I went to Madrid when I was in London and I loved it.
It's on, right?
Yeah, like
6,
like literally,
like it's
people
nothing.
are eating dinner at like 10 p.m.
Easy.
It's crazy.
Take a nap, still go out and have 4 hours. It's
but
up.
Even so, you see, like you come out of the club at like 3 o'clock in the morning, you just see an old little elderly couple going on their walk.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Love it, man.
I
love
loved
Madrid
it. Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, London was like just such a creative hub. It's crazy. You just see people, whether it was fashion, music, everything, like you just see people doing whatever they want to do in their own way. And it was amazing to me. And because before that, like Thailand, I was on this small island kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Middlebury in this town, kind of in the middle of nowhere. So when I got to London, I was like, I need to get to some live shows. Like I need to really immerse myself in this music scene.
For sure.
And that's what I did. I went to So Far Sound shows all the time.
Okay, fire.
I went to I was like breaking sound. I was just any single thing I could do. I was outside.
That's super dope.
And I wrote all of the songs that I've released in like the first 2 months that I was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really fire.
It was insane.
That's
like that was the first time that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, okay, all of the ideas are coming together.
And really be able to put it out too.
Yeah.
And when was this? What year?
This was last year. It's 2024.
Okay, so you just got back from London Top House. That's dope. Yeah, and there's a big Caribbean scene there, obviously, that you know. Exactly. So I'm sure you might even have family in London.
Yeah, definitely.
I know a lot of Caribbeans do. So
definitely.
That's
and
really cool.
Big Caribbean scene, huge Jamaican population. So it was also cool to like see how people took their Jamaican heritage or Caribbean heritage and put it into R&B.
Yeah,
because
we're gonna get into it for sure.
You know, so. And that was something that was really what I wanted to do. Like that was my main. I knew that I wanted to have some kind of soulful sound, but I wanted to have the little Jamaican,
for sure, little flavor
to it. Yeah,
absolutely.
And that was like the kind of birthplace of everything. And since then, I released my first song almost a year ago today. We're coming up on a year ago.
Called.
It was called "Give Me a Sign."
Give Me a Sign. I was listening to it on the way here. Banger, absolute banger. You know what I'm saying?
Give Me a Sign. I recorded it last July, so in New York.
Really?
So,
okay, fire.
So music video and exactly. So that was a big thing for me because I was like, at least let me come to the place where I know that if I'm gonna do something like this, nobody's going to bat an eye if I'm on the street singing my.
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like they see this stuff.
We walk by all types of stuff every day. Yeah,
exactly. And then I released my second song called Chance on Me in like November, and I just recently released my last project in February, on February 14th, so on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Called Sugarcane.
Hey, what made you pick that date?
It was a combination of everything hadn't come together until that date, and then another part like, well, it's cute, it's a love song, so come on now.
Absolutely.
Just celebrate love.
No, it's amazing. And one thing I love about your music is how much of a fusion it is.
Thank you.
For instance, Giving Me a Sign, like I feel the R&B, a little bit of reggae, but then the beat is a little Afro beat, you know what I'm saying? So tell me how it is like bringing all that together and like the conscious decision to have so many different genres meet in one place.
I mean, I think it was a couple things. I think it was, first of all, where it happened. So it felt like where I was being in London, there was that exact fusion. Like I was interacting with so many people. And I feel like all of my inspirations kind of came together at once. I also grew up listening to a lot of R&B and soul, like every single, not even, and you know how people like their parents play music on Sundays when they're kids. No, this was every day. Every day.
I was gonna ask, what were you listening to in the house? So soul sounds like
my mother is playing like Alicia Keys, Whitney Houston, like I mean obviously Beyonce, but even like Celine Dion, just lots of it. And I feel like that really and like Adele, like all of these, like they really grounded that tone in my voice and just the range and everything. Like I remember it's really funny because up until now, because I live at home when I go to Jamaica. So my parents, I'll be at home and I'll be singing, and when I sing, I have a decently loud voice.
Yeah.
And my parents, my father specifically, would always make a joke that I'm entertaining the neighbors.
Yeah.
So it was just, and I was doing that since I was like 5, since I could.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think also just like being in Jamaica, there's just such an amazing melting pot of culture and community that grounds a lot of our music. And when I was starting music, there was this kind of conversation between a lot of new reggae artists, because there's a new form of reggae that's coming out now, like it's very much a fusion. And all of these reggae artists, that most of them started in reggae, but they're doing different things and they always want to do different things, right? Sure. And I was kind of coming in on the tail end of that, but I always heard them say, I don't want to be boxed in. I don't want to just, anytime I try something new, like everybody's like, oh, why can't you? I liked it better when you were just doing reggae, and why are you, and I was just like, I don't want to, even with my first 3 songs, they're all different.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're all different.
And I just didn't want it. I wanted to kind of set the precedent from the beginning that like, I'm going to experiment and I'm going to be doing these different things and having all of the kind of different, like just an amalgamation of sounds. And I think it's really just because I wanted to have a like direct representation of the things that inspired me.
That's dope. It also gives you creative freedom. If you start off day one saying like you're essentially genreless,
right,
then you can't box me into just one thing. So that's really dope to hear. And how would you describe your music overall to somebody who hasn't heard it before?
I think kind of like what I said. I feel like it's like R&B with a little Caribbean spice. Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Expect more of that in the upcoming project?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think this upcoming project, so it's an EP. And it's called With Love. I'm not going to give you guys any more information. Yeah. Follow and look out and see.
Absolutely.
But it's going to be, I think, a lot more of that, but definitely also just kind of delving into different things, because I want to, I guess, a little tiny piece is that it's kind of going through the different stages of love, and obviously those aren't always positive.
Right.
So kind of also bringing in the the soul and the groundedness, but also like one of my things is that I always want there to be a positive ending. Everything, and it's any music I make, even if it's talking about a hard topic or losing love or whatever, I always want there to be some kind of resolution. And even like the songs that I've made so far, like Give Me a Sign, it's literally about like this kind of back and forth between like, are you gonna be there or not? But the end, whether it's the song or the music video, it kind of comes around to be like, I know that we're here together. Like, I know that this love is true, and we're gonna figure it out. And I think that's kind of always gonna be the cornerstone of the music I make. So,
I love it. I love that beautiful positive message. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the time, I feel like with modern R&B, I don't think this is a fair reputation, but the reputation is that all modern R&B is just moody and toxic and sad, which is not true.
It's not.
If you look for the other artists, and even like in Isaiah Falls, makes very positive music too, very romantic. So you're just another example of somebody within the genre that once again is promoting love in the right way, even though people give it such a negative connotation. I'm just curious your thoughts, speaking of that, on the kind of the current state of R&B, how you feel about the landscape, maybe compared to the past. A lot of people kind of think R&B is dead. I highly disagree. Which is why we have Vino Friday, but you know what I'm saying? So
come on,
yeah, what's your thoughts on it? Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot. I guess, to be honest, like I really love the current state of R&B. I'm really enjoying it right now. I think like even just recently with like Justin Bieber's new project, Give Beyonce,
Light Skin Bieber's back. You know what I'm saying?
Back. He said, I got swag on you. You know
what I'm saying? He named the album Swag, which is insane, but still. That was a crazy name, bro.
That was such a crazy.
All caps too.
The album art, I don't know. I have thoughts. But definitely thoughts. Yeah. He made up for it with everything that's
Yukon, Fire, Banger. What are we talking about? Tough.
Daisies, Forever Love.
Yeah, and he dropped out of nowhere. No rollout.
No, nothing. And
here you go. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
Everybody is like tweaking over it because it's amazing. Yeah. And he came back and he showed us exactly what we needed to be reminded of, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was also so lovely because it was such a soulful project, and it was a project full of Black creatives, full of Black artists.
Definitely tap
back into it.
Yep.
And I think, and he did that, like you could tell it was a conscious decision.
For sure.
Super intentional. But yeah, I mean, I think now R&B feels a lot like it's kind of coming back to where it originated. Like people are kind of tapping back into the love and like the positive love and the real like rhythm and blues. Like people are focusing a lot on the rhythm, the instrumentation, how the sounds come together. And like maybe just as somebody who, like, I'm a lover of music, but I'm a student of music, so I listen to all of these things. Yep. And I think for me personally, like, I'm really enjoying that right now. Even like Destin Conrad, like
fire album. K1 fire album.
Yes.
Leon Thomas's extended version. Fire album. And I saw him live too. Incredible live artist, with his band, his vocals.
Oh my god, his vocals are they like melt.
It's incredible.
It's
he has the vocals, the songwriting ability, because that's where he really came from, and the live instrumentation. You put that all together, I feel like the new generation of us, people our age, love the music, but the older heads do too, and they respect that he comes from like that original club.
Exactly.
So he's somebody I think is really gonna launch the genre forward.
I think so too.
He's incredible.
I think so too.
Yeah. So much good music right now.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Sailor at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, she dropped her debut album. I think it's technically an album. I thought it was really good too. Isaiah Falls, who I mentioned.
Yes.
Phenomenal. There's just been a lot of projects this year.
So many projects. I mean, even like, I don't remember when she released it, but SZA too. And
that was technically this year. And facts.
And all of those songs.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. Like, so good.
100%.
So good. I feel like SZA's also like, getting back in her bag.
She out of here. She out of here too. All these number ones, like the numbers that she's been able to put up leading it. Summer Walker's supposed to drop soon.
True.
I feel like we all need that this fall.
Facts. Even like Coco Jones.
Yeah, she had a good project too.
She had a good project and she just got engaged.
Yeah. Congrats to her. You know what I mean? So I think R&B's in a good state, honestly.
I think so too.
I think it's in a really good state. And I think that it's more versatile than it's ever been too. When you think about people making slow jams or up tempo, but then you have like the Afro-Caribbean fusion version of it. Then you still have some of that trap soul sound.
Exactly.
You got the melodic rap R&B kind of like. There's just so many more versions of it now, and it's more global than ever before. So you have more Africans making R&B, Europeans, South Americans, etc. Even Japanese R&B. All you gotta do is search on TikTok and
Japanese
IG.
R&B.
It's fire. Absolutely.
No, I need to tap
just search it. You know what I mean?
Will,
so
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah, it's tough. One of the other things within the state of music is kind of this state of social media and being an artist.
Right.
And there's obviously a lot that goes with that, and the fact that it's not enough to just drop the music. It's how you promote it. It's the persona, et cetera, et cetera. So what's kind of been your relationship with social media, being an artist? And then also there's the comparison thing I know people go through, and kind of the eternal battle of just being able to be tunnel vision in your own journey. So what's kind of been your relationship with that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, so I wanted to study communications, marketing, all of that when I went to college initially. I watched my big sister she's in PR, so I watched her kind of do all of that, and I really enjoyed, watching her curate events and do social media. That was always really fun. And as I said, my parents are creative, so my dad is a photographer.
Oh, fine.
So I was always taking pictures when I was younger. Like, Instagram was something that I found really fun. And so I think, like, as I've come more into building my own brand, I guess you could say, I feel like nowadays, remember when we used to just post and everybody was like, and it goes back and forth between, I don't care about anything, and we need to be so posed, and I don't care about anything, and like Instagram is a highlight reel. And I mean, we're never gonna get past, like, it's obviously a highlight reel. We're never gonna get past that. And Instagram feels different to TikTok, feels different to YouTube. Like,
that's a fact.
There's so many things that, but I think for me personally, that's also like one reason why it wasn't like I made a different Instagram page for like my music versus my personal. So that was my first kind of intentional decision to say, I don't want this to be separate, and I want this to feel like authentic. I never want to get into a space or a headspace or Rich and Switch and all them together where like it feels like it's this persona. And even when I was making my name is Elle, but my government, my real name is Leo. And
Leo, like the sign. Oh, Leo. Excuse me. Okay, got you.
And I chose L after kind of real of deciding if I was gonna do Leo or if I was gonna do a different name and whatever. But I chose it because L, like the letter L for Leo. And I wanted that to be a constant reminder to me, like, this is who you are. Remember who you are at all times, anytime. But also kind of the flip side of like, when you get on stage, you can take on this person. Because even though I've been performing my whole life, I would, I'd get on stage and my hand was shaking and I was, I was still getting the jitters. So it's kind of this person I can step into to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was a blind leap of faith. Like it was, it was intentional. And yeah, I think like now I'm thinking a lot more about the time that I spend on my phone and the time that I spend on social media. And
it creeps up on you.
It really does. And like you hear lots of different, like there's a running conversation even at home right now and with different artists just being like, I don't want to have to do all of this to be famous. Like, I don't want to do that or to get my music out there because that's not the point is not being famous. The point is sharing my music. Like, the point is doing the thing that I love.
Yep.
And that's always going to be the truth. And I think for me, like, I love fashion. I love lifestyle content. Like, I love documenting my life. So if you look at my Instagram, like, I will do all of those things. And in some ways, in the same, and in some ways, like, it comes across as being a content creator. And I would definitely say that if I was anything, I'd be a content creator, not an influencer, because I'm not influencing nobody to do nothing.
Big difference.
But
big difference.
I'm not influencing anybody to do anything.
Just vibes.
I'm content with my content, and therefore I'm creating it.
Exactly.
So it just comes down for me to like just post whatever I want, and I'll take social media breaks and I'll kind of, I'll maybe post a story about it. But most of the times I'm just like, if I don't feel like being on my phone, I'm not going to be on my phone. And sometimes it's hard. Like, you feel like you really need to keep up with, you have some momentum. And so you need to keep posting and keep up with it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to because you're having a fight with your boyfriend and your mother is screaming at you and
there's a lot going on.
You're hungry and, life is happening at the same time. Yeah. And it's crazy.
Real life
too.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, real life is happening at the same time. And it's just like, it's a hard balance, but I think at least for me right now, I'm getting more into thinking about authenticity and just like, I think that's the best way to create an audience. And I think I will find my niche. I will find my audience, and I really want to build a community, and I'll find that by being my most authentic and unapologetic self.
For sure. And you're still very early in the journey. As you said, the first song that you dropped, we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of it. So you know what I mean? And speaking of that, one thing they always say, especially with social media and especially in the creative world, is don't compare your year 1 or year 2 to someone else's year 10.
Right.
Because that'll have you looking at, let's say, for instance, I throw events. If I wanted to say, why am I not the level of everyday people? It's like, bro, how on earth could you do that in 18 months?
Exactly.
So within yourself and your journey of making music, have you ever felt yourself kind of like, damn, why am I not at a certain point? Absolutely. Or do you think you've been really good at that tunnel vision? And I know it's a battle sometimes. It feels you're on your own track, you're good. Other times you kind of look over here and you have to go back on the road. So what's kind of been your relationship with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think like absolutely comparison.
It's almost impossible to not do.
It's so hard. And I think like it's interesting because I'm from Jamaica, so the big part of my audience is in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But I'm not there right now.
Based here,
so I'm really trying to like grow my audience in that way.
Yeah.
And I think the way that I've viewed music in Jamaica, I'm like, because again, it's just so saturated and in the best way possible. Like there's so many artists that I'm looking up to and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get there one day type thing. But then it's also like, but I also have so much to celebrate with my own journey. So it's really hard. I think like a lot of the time I do feel like I compare myself.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, I have a really, really good support system and a really good group of people around me that keep me grounded and keep me in check when it comes to those things. Because especially before I started writing my own songs, geez, I would beat myself up so often.
Really?
Yeah, like because it just wasn't clicking for me. And I was like, how is it that like everybody else is doing it and they're doing it so well, and you don't realize how much goes into making a song.
You're talking about writing specifically?
Yeah. But even like just making music, like you don't realize how much goes into making a song. And like before I started making music, I never, you know, went on Spotify and looked at the composers and the writers and
all those credits.
And there are usually a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, going in to make my first song, going into a studio for the first time, like I just didn't realize how much went into it and how many people like you need to contribute to something
and
that can be that amazing. How
many times you punch in, and
how many times you punch in, how much it costs, all of the
studio
things.
fees. Listen,
so I'm telling you. So it was really like it's been hard, but it's been really rewarding to be able to come out on the other side of that and just be able to celebrate it. And I think like now I'm in a period where I haven't released anything in a while, but I'm kind of enjoying sitting in that and enjoying like
in the build up for the drop.
Exactly. The build up for the drop, but even just being able to listen to my own songs and be like, wait, I like this.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think you can get really caught up in not only the comparison, but the like, I'm listening to my song over and over again because I'm analyzing every single part of it and I've just had to record it and all of these things. So you just get really caught up in like nitpicking.
Yeah.
And it feels really nice to just kind of let it be
what it is.
Take some space and come back to it.
That's fire.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know if that answered your question, but
no, definitely that 100% does. And that kind of leads into my next one. One thing I always ask artists is like, what is something about the journey of being an artist that you'd want to share with the audience that people might not know about? Kind of the inside scoop, whether it's studio stuff, getting placement for performances, music videos, the mental aspect of it, et cetera, et cetera. Especially as independent artists, I know there's just so much that goes into it. And I think people think you can just walk in a room, sing for an hour, and a hit pops out. Like that's just not how it works.
No. Yeah. I mean, okay. Maybe let's do 2 things.
As many as you need.
Sure. But I don't know if I can think of more.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the first thing, definitely touching on that getting in the studio for the first time. I did not realize that it was such a production.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing production, but like, I didn't realize that you book the studio, you pay for the producer, you pay for the engineer, you pay for the beat, you pay for the mixing, the mastering, the radio placement, the PR. Like, there's so many things you have to account for.
Yep.
That I was not.
Yeah.
And I think it's also because I started doing covers first, so I didn't have to think about all
you know what I mean,
things, right?
You just singing.
I was just singing. I was just singing, and it was, but doing your own thing, and when it's your own, like it's yours, it's your work.
It feels different.
It feels so different. Like the pride that you take in every single second and clip and everything, it's really different. So I think that's one thing, like remembering all of that. I mean, even just like, how you sound on the mic might not be how you sound like in the studio. And there are different like frequencies between different speakers when when you record a song first, like listen to it on every device you have.
That's what
I've
heard that. Yeah. It's crazy.
And for me personally, like I like to take time between recordings. So if I record the first draft of my song, it's always going to be drafts for me personally. Yeah. So if I record the first draft of my song, I'll take like a day and I'll listen to it and I'll listen to it and listen to it. And I'm a note taker. So I'll go like 0.18. This needs to change.
Timestamps.
Timestamp everything. And like in Jamaica, it's funny because, this in dancehall specifically, like that's not how a studio session really goes.
That's not that's not how I imagine it.
That's not how you imagine it, right? You just imagine a bag of people in the studio and everybody
with the
jump on the mic and rum in a cup and, it's a vibe. And it's true. That can still exist, but the difference, it's different because I remember the first time I like brought in a sheet with timestamps and notes from my producer. Him said, I've never seen this before.
That's funny.
He said, you went to college? I said, yes, I did. Thank you. And so I just think like that for me, taking space and just being able to listen to it again and again and then kind of come at it from a different direction.
For sure.
And just the collaborative aspects. I have so many amazing people, again, like who come to the studio with me, people who, have seen my talent from before I even knew that I really had it and like have believed in me, have wanted to give me opportunities. And I think tapping into that is really important. And it's been, that's the reason why I am where I am now. Even though it's just the beginning, I don't even think I would have been able to release anything. If I didn't have, you know, these people trying to give me opportunities, whether it's, oh, you know, I can direct the music video, or I can, you know, help you take pictures, and everybody starts somewhere, and it's just being able to approach the people and say, and find your community.
Yeah.
But yeah, always taking time. Making music is expensive.
Yeah.
And community is key.
And community is key. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Is that 1 and 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't even gotta put numbers to it, but
okay.
whatever you want to share to the audience, whatever it's like, I wish y'all knew XYZ. I just want you to share your XYZ.
True. I guess the other one I think is that I saw a quote the other day. School gives you the lesson and then lets you take the test.
Right.
And then life gives you the test and hopes that you learn a lesson.
That's a fact. That's a big bar. That's a big bar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I didn't come up with it.
Yeah. I was trying to say that.
But yeah, and I think it's something that I, especially now, like being recently graduated, have been learning over and over and over and over again. And I'm learning so many lessons just in this season of unemployment, lol. But also like but also just like freedom and like seeing what I do with my time and where my priorities lie now that I don't have school to focus on. And really seeing and deciding how much time I want to give my music and how much not doing it, because this kind of time that since I've been graduated, which was in May, I have my EP coming up, but I haven't recorded anything. I haven't really, you know, given it as much time as I would have wanted to. Yeah. And I think it also is because I do want to do a lot of it in Jamaica. A big part of my journey and my mission is just trying to uplift Jamaican creatives. So I always want to do as much of anything I do at home as much as possible.
I got you. It's beautiful.
But I think it's just been such a crazy journey, and I think it's showing me how much music really grounds me and brings me back to the things that I think are most important, and always brings me back home. Yeah. Whether that's literally just like feeling the warmth of the sun. Like when I was doing my thesis a couple months ago, and it was about Jamaican dancehall. Oh wow. And this is in Vermont. So we're in the depths of
the opposite of Jamaica.
We're in the opposite of dancehall. Cold. And I'm in this room with, you know, all kinds of people, and it was just such a beautiful experience to just be able to like dance and wind up and you know, show them the celebration of body and culture and sensuality and just all of these amazing things that dancehall is and that, you know, Jamaican culture brings. And I think that, you know, this time has just continued to show me how much the lessons that I've learned in my life and like the lessons that I'm learning right now
is rooted in that.
It's rooted in that and are guiding me, you know, and how much faith is needed right now. For me, like
faith's definitely needed.
It's needed. It's needed in you know, in general, but it's needed right now, and to just figure out where I'm going and where I'm gonna end up. Like I have no idea, but I'm rocking with it.
That's the beauty of life, to be honest.
There you go.
You never know how it's gonna be.
Exactly, but everything is gonna happen for a reason. And
for sure.
Like I wholeheartedly believe that, and I don't think that God will give me anything that I can't handle. So I guess that's the other thing. Yeah.
No, 100%. My favorite kind of, I guess, inspirational memes or analogies is the guy who on the top slide, he's mining and mining and mining, and he's one shot from the diamond. And the other side, he does the one more attempt and he gets to his goal. You know what I mean? And my other analogy is that sometimes it feels like you're going so fast, kind of like speeding through a pitch black tunnel. Yeah. But eventually, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. The sun's shining, the mountain's there, the beach is there, everything's there, but you just got to keep going. The only way it doesn't happen is when you give up. Like it's a fact, you feel me? So
no, it's true. 100%. It's true. Yeah. It's just so important to keep going. And like, I think this is another thing that has been really, really resonating with me recently is that everything is a season. Everything is going to happen in its season. You know what I mean? And
life comes in waves.
Exactly.
Life comes in waves for real.
Exactly. And it goes back to like general, like human nature, humanity, but also like nature. Like you look at the fruits and the you know, the flowers, they bloom and they ripen in their season. And
that's
so
a beautiful analogy.
Anytime I think about it, it's like if there's a tough time, I know that it's gonna end, and if there's a great time, I know I have to cherish it because it's not gonna last forever. So that's also another thing that's been really keeping me going recently because Yeah, life is hard, but it's also beautiful.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just about the outlook and the way you look at it. And
yeah. Positivity is a choice.
It is.
It's quite literally a choice, you know what I mean?
It really is. It really, really is. 100%. Yeah.
Back to your thesis, though. Was your thesis, what did you study in college?
I studied dance and film.
Okay, because I went to University of Rochester, but dance was a major actually at my school, too. So I know some people did like a dance thesis performance as their final thing. Yeah. So within that thesis, you were performing, too?
Yes.
That's really cool. That must have been amazing, then. Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I like recreated a dance hall, like stage show, but dance hall. It was a dance hall stage show, but I recreated a dance hall scene. I don't know what to call it. A street dance, from home, like
a moment.
Yeah, and it was amazing. We had like a live DJ. We had a bar.
Wow.
We had just
you really created the scene.
It was it was supposed to be just a completely immersive experience.
That's really cool.
Because the beautiful thing about dance hall is that it really is so welcoming.
Yeah.
And it really welcomes everybody, and like finding my own identity and my femininity in dancehall has been a really beautiful thing since I've been studying it at school.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did shots. It was amazing. I loved it. Yeah.
That's fire. That's dope. And what is your relationship between, I guess, all your different creative endeavors? Because you are a singer, you are a songwriter, you are a dancer, you also model, I believe. So you talked about, you know, handling your time and figuring out how much you're doing your music itself. Yeah. But then how do you also handle the other aspects of it and kind of bringing it all together?
True. I think songwriting is something that I try to do every day. Okay. I try to make that a practice. And whether that doesn't have to be like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to work for an hour. That's like, I will sit down and I'll give myself a little time.
Yeah.
And I'll either open my notepad or open my notes app or turn on a voice memo or something. But practice makes perfect. Like, I know that that's something that I need to get better at. And so I'm trying to do that every day. Dancing, I mean, I walk and I dance. I don't know.
Yeah. You just always dancing.
Yeah, for me, it's really hard not to be dancing. And the cool thing is that like I'm in New York this week for a dance event that I was hosting on Friday.
Yeah.
With one of my really good friends. And it was like a dance hall dance event. So it's really cool too that like this city just holds so much of home in it.
Oh yeah, heavy.
And
lots of Jamaican culture here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. And I love it. Like, it makes me feel so at home when I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So I always come running back.
Yeah.
But yeah, dance is something that I don't think is ever gonna escape me. But I do really, really enjoy bridging those two. Like I really, really love putting music and dance together. And my thing has always been I want to make songs that people want to dance to.
Yeah.
And that doesn't have to mean you have to, you know, bust a big song.
Yeah.
But you just need to be able to have a little swing.
Little rhythm.
Yeah, I really want to just it goes back to the positivity. I want to make people feel something, you know, and yeah, I think the other thing that I have always kind of running is that where I come from this country of legends. Like there's such a legacy when it comes to music, and there's such a legacy when it comes to positive music.
Bob Marley.
There you are, and that's the thing, right? Like you think about it, and it's like that's why One Love and Three Little Birds are forever songs because everybody needs that good music. Like everybody needs the good message at some point, and it doesn't matter if you're playing it on Sunday morning when you wake up, or if you're playing it, you know, on a Wednesday when you're coming home from work and you're stressed out. Like it's always gonna be able to you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Really and truly. So that's, for me, I really always have to remind myself that that's the truth and carry that on my shoulders, but really proudly.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fine.
But yeah, I think all that comes around to bringing them all together.
Putting them together,
I think I really enjoy making music that people want to dance to.
Yeah.
Because I always want to dance, and because I think it makes movement can make people feel a lot of things.
Yeah.
And any time I make music or make a music video, there's almost always going to be some kind of dancing aspect. I'll probably do that for the rest of my career.
Yeah, makes sense.
With my new project is going to be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, with modeling, I think it kind of comes with the image, but I really do try to kind of put that in its own lane.
Own category.
Yeah, category. Just because I think commercial modeling can be very strict. And I think when I do modeling, especially like now recently, because I haven't been able to do as much music, I've been turning to modeling, but I really enjoy being creative with it. So like doing some really cool photo shoots and like recently I did a photo shoot at school where I had like this really cool headpiece that, you know, my hairdresser from home, she made it. And like,
That's fire.
I was, you know, doing all of it. Like I had like really cool makeup, and like I've just been thinking a lot about how I can do that creatively and kind of tap more into like it can be an art form if I want 100%. It to, you know.
Yeah.
And I find that much more enticing personally
than just like wearing a
t-shirt.
Than
just wearing a t-shirt and sure. You know, standing up in front
straight,
of a
little Zara thing,
I
got
in
you.
front of a white background, like I can. I'll do it if I have to, but for me, it needs to be evoking something for 100%. Sure. Yeah,
for sure. One thing I really wanted to ask you about is the differences in nightlife between Jamaica and here. Because one issue with the U.S. that some people say, not everybody, some people say that right now, and not just the U.S., but I'd say quote unquote Western culture, meaning maybe U.S., Canada, Western Europe, people aren't dancing as much.
Yes.
So how do you, as a Jamaican, where y'all are buzzing on one all the time, you know what I'm saying? So what's it been like for you being outside here versus in Jamaica? I know it's got to be quite different. And your perspective on kind of how Americans treat it.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting though, because I think it goes across the board. Like no shade to Jamaica, but people not dancing down there enough either.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like,
see, I didn't know hit y'all too.
Yeah. The wave is, it's a pandemic, unfortunately. Like, yeah, it really annoys me. It really grinds my gears, but it's true. I feel like, I mean, the scene between the first part of your question, the difference between here and home, I mean, it feels very different. And I think it's because I also like, outside of being Caribbean, I love Caribbean music. So I love, you know, dancehall, soca, reggae. Like I love hearing those things when I go out. So I do seek that out. And in New York, that gets a little bit easier.
Oh, for sure.
But the difference, I mean, DC too, like you know, the places that really do have kind of a Caribbean community. But I think that, I guess the issue is that I feel like people, maybe it's DJs, maybe it's the population, aren't actually tapping into the good music. Like everybody's still cycling through Fever, you know what I mean? Like
that's
and Sean Paul and It Wasn't Me and all them. Like nobody's actually looking for new stuff. And there's so much good music. Like there is so much good music. Literally soca, Carnival, like they make new music every single year for Carnival. Yeah. So it's like there's so much there that people can tap into.
They're not quote unquote digging through the crates.
Exactly. And giving people like actual, like here is music that you can listen to and dance to and you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's my, you know, I go to a party. If I hear the song, I'm gonna let the DJ know I'm gonna bust two blank and be like, yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
You're doing it, you know?
100%.
Because I think that's my, I guess, qualm with America. And then also just I feel like everything feels like a stand up and pose.
A little too much.
A little too much.
I feel that.
And I think that takes away the beauty of it because, like, I just want to go out and have fun. I don't. It doesn't need to be a, you know, watch face and
you know what I mean?
The wall and
all that.
Why are we out then?
That's
guys?
What I'm saying.
What
to be seen, you know what I mean?
I don't even know what camera to look in. Like, you know?
I feel you.
Yeah. So for me, I think that's. I don't. It's not, and I enjoy going out here. Yeah, I do, but I think I have to prepare myself.
It's very different.
Yeah,
for sure.
I have to think about it and know what I'm going into.
Yeah,
but I do appreciate, like, especially places like New York and DC and like Miami too, and you know,
heavy.
LA kinda is getting into it, you know, with the reggae, and like I appreciate places that will add the diversity to their set list. I can't remember what the next part of your question was.
No, it's pretty much the same thing. Just the difference, and then the idea about people dancing less.
Oh my god! Yeah,
so the same thing. Yeah,
everybody's dancing less. That's really annoying.
100%.
Everybody we just need to shed, the social media has given us such a
just
terrible,
have fun, bro.
Yeah, like genuinely. And I think I remember seeing something the other day, or like Tyler the Creator posted it too, where he was like, I don't want to dance because of fear of getting videoed and filmed and all this stuff. And it's true, like. Every other day you see people, you know, becoming a meme and whatever. And
it's crazy.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, 100%.
But like, it's either that or you stand up still. I guess, like, or in Jamaica. Actually, let me not do that because I can get people in trouble. No, it's okay.
All right, listen, up to you. I don't even know what you're about to say, but I'm gonna let you make the decision. Your decision.
Or you know, you get caught on camera and you get in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say.
Coldplay concert. Don't get caught on camera.
Don't get caught on
Please.
camera.
Well, first off, don't do it.
Right.
Step 1, don't do it. Step 2, don't get caught.
Step 2, don't get
Yeah, but you get what you reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going to talk on that for too long. But yeah, I think it's true. And I think social media has really kind of ruined that for us. Yeah. And I think that's where it kind of like loops back around. Is just the authenticity it's lacking. It's really lacking. And people just aren't having as much fun anymore.
Yeah. I think sometimes even with party goers, they're almost looking to judge the party in a weird way instead of just going to purely be there for fun regardless of anything. And I feel like in New York too, status is such a big thing with your event that sometimes people pull up and like if it's not completely sold out, they don't want to be there. If it's not completely full the first second. And back to what you said about people not playing new music, I think that's a huge issue, which is why I focus on playing new music. Because why are you recycling through the same things? The reason I started Vino Ride is that I go to R&B parties, the same Usher, the same Keisha Cole, the same Fantasia. And of course we love that music, but at what point are y'all not tired of this?
Thank you.
And then with the Caribbean music can be the same thing. It can be with hip hop too. Nuck if you buck. Of course it's a classic, but bro, I don't know. Cash Cobain just dropped the banger. Like Don Toliver. I don't know. Like, and that's why I'm throwing an event called Sounds of Now because I want 2025 to feel like 2025.
We love it.
And I just feel like there's such a lack of just, and I feel like it's because people are scared of taking the risk of giving somebody something they don't know how they'll react to.
Exactly.
Because they want the validation that when you play Bartender T-Pain, of course you're going to get a reaction.
Exactly.
But they're scared of, let me play something new. But DJs used to put people onto music. And I feel like a lot of that's being lost.
It absolutely is. And I think that comes with streaming, unfortunately. Like, it's the back and forth of, I mean, this is amazing. But also, like, now everybody thinks they're a DJ. And it's not helpful.
That too. Listen, I know a lot of DJs. All the ones I know are amazing. But not everyone needs to DJ.
Yeah,
like there's other jobs in life that we kind of.
But like, not even. Oh, sorry. But like, not even that. Like, everybody thinks they're a DJ in the sense that like everybody thinks that they know everything.
Oh, that's.
But then they don't because it comes down to like, but have you even really looked? Do you even know where you're looking? Like, you need to actually tap in, and I think it's sad, but I feel like. Now that people are, it's kind of classic. Now that people are calling it out, hopefully it will change. But I don't know. How do you feel like you've had so many events so far? How do you feel like, has it changed anything?
In terms of music or dancing or?
Both. And like the reaction that people get when you're kind of looking at the party.
I would say mine's been very good. Also R&B is different because R&B isn't always dance focused.
Exactly. Yeah,
so some of the tracks are, and you expect a certain reaction versus others might be sing-alongs versus others is more like a sway and a vibe. Or just like, I also do promote social interaction in my events. So I don't want you purely to be there kind of staring at the DJ only for the music. I want you to meet somebody new, et cetera, et cetera. So it has a little bit of a social vibe. I'm trying to help y'all guys out, bro. Y'all complain about dating in New York. We got new age R&B, free roses. I'm trying to help y'all out, man. Go talk to somebody. Because that's the other thing too. Girls, my homegirls be complaining sometimes. Like dudes are like scared to approach.
True.
I'm trying to set the scene a little bit.
You really are.
I can't help you more than this, bro.
What
you got the music.
Can't force a horse to go to water and it don't drink.
You feel me? So, but no, overall, it's definitely been a good reaction. And I do think at the flip side is that the U.S. has gotten more into African music, which has helped the dancing. So Afrobeats increased a ton. Amapiano's increased a ton. Even house music's getting more popular, like Afro house. So I think those are getting people moving more.
That's actually very true.
You know what I'm saying?
That wave has also taken over Jamaica a little bit too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, especially like Afro house.
Yeah.
Afrobeats has always been big because, you know, we want to dance.
For sure.
Generally. But Afro house has been, there are like select, definitely more in like, you know, the more upscale bars and clubs and stuff like that. But or events even. But like, it's definitely come over there, which is like an interesting phenomenon because, you know, like growing up, you used to make fun of people who were.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and so now it's like, well, now everybody's doing it, but like, it's like cute and fun because nobody cares. So it's like, it's there's not a bad thing. Yeah. There's no judgment around it at all, which I feel like shows growth. Yeah. I'll give people a credit.
Yeah. I think Sexy Drill's been good too for hip hop. Yeah. I think if you play any Sexy Drill song or beat, if you're tapped into anything modern music, that gets a crowd reaction too. And now there's something I call Sexy Drill and B, which is that type of production, but they singing over it. So like Pretty Girls Like R&B by Aaron Page is a great example of that. That definitely gets the people moving. So, and then the West Coast music, I love West Coast music. The West Coast bounce, that sort of beat and production definitely. So kind of like some of the Kendrick music has gotten really big.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of R&B that taps into that sound.
True.
I think that really gets people moving for sure.
That.
So
I really do.
R&B got it all right now.
I'm
trying to tell y'all.
I'm telling you.
That's a fact.
I love it. Like literally coming to your event was one of my favorite.
Really? I appreciate that. Even with the technical difficulties. Were you there for the technical difficulties?
There, like right as they
at
happened.
The end?
I got there. Yeah, I got there right as they
and it cut.
Happened, and I was like,
let me get on the iPad real quick. Yeah.
And then somebody started the no music.
Yeah, facts. Really now we made it work. People stuck around too. I appreciate that big time.
It's also, where else am I going?
That's a fact. It happens. It happens.
But also like, yeah, it was something that I was looking forward to. So I was like, we're gonna stay around. And once it kicked back into high gear, it was
y'all real ones for that. And during the break, I played Sexy Drill. And it kept people around.
True. There you
Cash
go.
Cobain.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it was a good
for sure. Absolutely.
Really
well, once again, really appreciate you coming on the podcast. But anything you want to shout out, promote right now, anything next for you, any advice to others?
Oh God.
The floor is yours. Any questions you have for me? All for you.
Oh God.
All for you.
Let me think. Okay, maybe I'll do question and then I'll do, I don't know, closing. But I guess first question is, how do you feel like, I mean, I guess because you're really now into like, is it R&B or do you feel like you're just music in the music scene?
I say new age R&B is the focus.
Right.
And like the quote unquote flagship.
Right.
But music in general and the new sounds as well. So really keeping things modern, fresh, up and coming artists, and trying to push this shit forward and not look back. Because nostalgia is cool, but too much nostalgia, I want people to enjoy the moment.
I agree. Yeah, completely. So with that, like new age R&B, but also just like now you're thinking about up and coming artists.
Yeah.
But somebody to get on your radar, what do they have to do?
That's a great question. What do I have to get on my radar? Well, I'll be searching.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really be on the Spotify algorithms. I really be going through IG, TikTok, following other music pages. So if you pop up on there or my algorithm randomly gives you a little, new song by somebody, I'll give you a listen. And then I just want you to sound, I guess, unique.
Yeah.
Have your own kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then production quality is very important to me.
Agreed.
So it's not, I don't care ever about how many followers someone has, how many listeners someone has. But if it sounds like you really work to put your time into this song, then I can appreciate it.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest thing I look for.
Yeah.
And then just like your level of musicality. You know what I mean? So does the production change at all throughout the song? Did you use not just verse and hook, but did you also use a bridge?
Right.
You know what I mean? What kind of little extra dynamics do you do? Is there a complexity to your production? Yeah. Or are you just trying to sound like Bryson Tiller?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, and back to the live instrumentation. Live instrumentation is a bit more back in R&B, but a lot of guys, one of the negatives, they were just trying to be Bryson or Party Next Door. Yeah. Put a little trap soul beat, say some sad stuff. Like, bro, no. So
that's the other thing.
I'm trying to see, like, are you really passionate about this music? Because the other thing is, some people are just using it to try to go viral, get a lick, make some money, and be out. So, like, what is your musicality? Get into that too. So, but genre, I like all types of genre. So it's not just the genre, but it's again, it's like that. Can I see the passion and the approach in the music? So for sure.
When you listen to like any album, when you listen to it, do you listen to the full album?
Yeah, for sure. I got to hear the whole album.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Because they gave it to you like that.
That's true.
You don't watch a movie and then start at, the third scene and then kind of get to the fifth scene and not finish it.
That's true.
Give me the whole book. Give me the whole movie. And then I'll go back and pick the individual songs. But if you're giving me a project, I got to listen through the project.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
What?
I'm guessing like I'm planning.
Yeah. Oh, listen. I'm in here. Let's go.
I love it.
For sure.
Okay, I probably have other questions, but I'll hold them.
All good.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah. I mean, again, anything you want to shout out or?
Yeah. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube at Sounds of L.
For sure.
ELLE.
Project on the way.
Project's on the way.
Project release event on the way.
Project's release event on the way.
Holla at me. What's up? We're gonna make it happen for sure. For sure.
Like genuinely, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
And I mean, just I'm so glad to be here. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Likewise, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, for sure. Once again, just building that community is so important. I really appreciate the fact that you're giving people an audience and a seat at the table.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's something that's really important because I know that I couldn't have gotten where I am without people doing that for me. And I think generally to everyone, like, please do more of that. We need so much more connection and community in this world, especially right now.
Yeah.
And it's just such a beautiful thing when you can look at somebody and appreciate who they are and what they have and not care about what they can do for you or, you know, what you can get from them, what they can give you. Like, it's such a joy to see somebody, to really see somebody.
Yeah.
And yeah, listen to music.
Find
more music.
Find more new music, man.
Expand your palette.
Come on, that's a fact.
Support upcoming artists.
Yes.
Support musicians. Yes. Support small creatives and small businesses. Like, yeah, we need more good in the world.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to
community.
Cheers to community.
Cheers to not gatekeeping.
Amen.
And you can't gatekeep a locksmith. It's my favorite bar. Episode 21, y'all.
Drop it.
Peace.